What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us for this episode of Fly of the Week, and we are bringing you an absolute must-have in your box for this season, and it is going to be the Grannom Caddis. It is going to be an absolute hit with the poly and fawn for your shuck, and the egg sac is going to be a chartreuse in green in the microsynthetic curl, and got some fibers on there from a blue guinea, and that's what happens whenever you don't clean up your desk. And then the body is going to be the black peacock in a microsynthetic curl with the black natural CDC underwing, and then we're gonna have a short fine dark dun wing there with the deer hair. So no further ado, let's get this bad boy wrapped up here so we can get the early season boxes started. So this is your first time joining along with us, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you following along. If this is your regular journey, normal routine, we appreciate you. We couldn't be doing this without you, nor would we want to. So we appreciate you for sure. We're going to hit some black thread and just lay that down. Start closer to the bend of the hook so you don't have to get all crazy and lay a huge thread base down. Excuse me. And then we're going to get our poly, and you just need a very sparse amount. Don't want to go too crazy, so this allows for you to just pull off a few and a few strands there. And we're going to tie these on there like so. Get all those fibers up on top. And snip these off. And everything is golden here where we want this length of a shuck. Perfect. Alright, now the next thing we're putting on is our microsynthetic curl, which I absolutely rant and rave about like crazy. You don't need a whole bunch for this section. It's going to be our egg sac, and the Grannom female has this egg sac that is often targeted by the trout, and they just don't care about the males. They just see that greenish jade chartreuse egg sac, and where they just go crazy, and it can make all the difference. So we're gonna get that tied up on there like so. Now that we got the egg sac on there, we're gonna get our microsynthetic curl and our black peacock laid in there right next to that, butt it up against, and we're gonna just run our wire about 2 eye lengths. Our eyelet's about behind the eye there, and with the herl, whenever you are behind the barb, it's really an easy thing for the materials always to jump ahead. So if you just put your finger right there on top and just hold it in place while you get your material away from the other barb's point, you will find it to be an easier and also a nice uniformed wrap. So we're going to tie that off there. We're going to grab our CDC and our natural black, and we're going to take 4 or 5 feathers and line them up. And once they're nice and lined up, we're just going to brush everything forward. Everything nice and make a nice little puff. And when this underwing is going to create a wing, also a leg look, whenever it gets wet, it will allow for the fibers to spray out and splay out and make it look really nice and cool, but it also allows for that extra buoyancy and because this is going to ride low, but it will allow for that top water action still to stay on top. And to just solidify that on top action, we're going to take some dark dun, and don't need a whole bunch, being that it's just going to create a nice top action there, but this is going to go a little bit further past on the body and allow for there to be a cool wing. And then what we'll do is we'll just pull all this up, hold it all together, don't lose the back end of the material whenever you're pulling those fibers up, so you can lock it in place. And then you can just bring it up, and we're just going to cinch it down 2 more times, bring it in front, and just going to give this a nice little snip, a little butt head here with an additional thread head. And so we will make sure we got all those fibers nice and trimmed up nice and neat. And grab your whip finish tool. And we're just going to cut that off there real quick. Do a quick examination, any little fibers, things that are just hiding out. And that, my friends, is going to be an absolute deadly pattern for you on the waters here in the PA sections for sure. And anywhere that you find this Grannom Caddis for sure will be an early hit with the trout. So don't hide you just like you hide your fishing spots, like I always tell you, and we'll catch you later, guys. Thanks. See ya.